All right, friends, let's move on to the next section, which is the experience sharing. So today we have Sai Nandan with us from Hyderabad. Um, yeah, there is. So I invite Sai Nandan from Hyderabad to share his meditation journey and experience. Hi, Sai. Good morning.
Hello everyone, I'm Sai Nandan Reddy. I stay in Hyderabad. What I basically do is I do energy harmonizations uh, of homes and land and other things. Part of my job is identifying negative energy and making it positive. So I do this by using instruments. But then I started doing all these things not directly. I used to be a software professional and I used to work at Deloitte and all, but I quit my job to start a spiritual training institute. My father first taught me meditation, Anapanasati. He himself was a yoga instructor and he's also an Ayurvedic doctor. So he taught me meditation when I was in seventh standard, sixth, seventh standard. And then I continued my journey, spiritual journey from that point of time. And then I've been through various spiritual organizations like uh, Osho Rajneesh, and Ramakrishna Mutt and other things. And then gradually I started reading lots of books and I came in contact with Pyramid Society and I loved the number of books they try to uh, want their participants to read. So I like the wisdom aspect and the inclusiveness aspect. And and then I started meditation gradually and my experiences of meditation when it comes to experiences what I experienced is if I'm like a radio, we are like a radio through which various signals pass through. But then if we want to enjoy the radio, we should be able to tune into one frequency of one radio station or television station and then experience or enjoy that particular music. So within our brain and body, if lots of thoughts and emotions they go on at full speed. So when they're at full speed, it is difficult for us to identify a specific stream of frequency and focus on that particular thought. So therefore, people experience stress because their life is in chaos. They can't stick on to some thought and focus on it. So when I started meditating, I was still. I'm watching my breath and my focusing my attention on being still. When I am still, I am now in a state where I can choose the thoughts which I want and do not give my attention to the thoughts which I don't want. So therefore, my life is in my control. So this is what I practically experienced when I started doing meditation. And then this translated into the experience of my life. I had a better experience of life. The same thing I understood it in various ways. Like for example, when we hit a clutch in a vehicle, we are disengaging the gears from the transmission. And then when we change the gear, and then when we hit the gas, the transmission gets engaged with the gear and the fuel will ignite and then the energy goes into the tires. So hitting the clutch is like meditating. In meditation, we hit the clutch so that we are still and we change the gears and we change the mental thought patterns. When the mental thought patterns change, for the mental thought patterns to change, we have to engage the mind with the emotions. And then once the thought patterns change, again we can engage. And then when they hit the pedal, gas, the prana enters through the mind into the emotions, into the wheels. So this is how I understood meditation as. It is like hitting the clutch, disengaging the mind from the emotions so that I can reprogram the emotion thoughts and the mind so that emotions follow the mind. That means emotions follow the thought patterns. So if I can change my thought patterns and reprogram it and decondition it, I can steer. my life in the direction in which I want. This is what I understood meditation as. And then during my journey, I had certain experiences. It could be mystical experiences, which are quite common, which everybody will get. One of the experiences which I would like to share is when I was traveling to Badrinath in the Mana village. There is a cave there called as Vashishta Guha. There, I was just going with a group of meditation friends, and then I was just sitting inside and meditating. And then suddenly, what happened? I don't know. That everything was blank. When I came outside, it's like sometimes when you are watching a TV or a radio, you won't sometimes when you won't get the signal inside the radio or TV, you will only get a kind of a sound, one single sound of one frequency. And that is what I experienced in the after meditating in that cave. I came outside the cave and I saw the people are all around. The experience at that time was I am separate from all these. I'm separate from what is going on around me. So the what I'm trying to tell is the consciousness shifts its attention from the periphery, from the senses to the core. When I say core, I felt that the core is something through which we actually experience life or function. So that is what I experienced at that time in a very profound way. We all experience it in meditation, but in a very profound way, that disengagement happened, like hitting the what do you call the clutch. This is what I experienced at that particular time. And then gradually, what happened was I was like learning the not only the mystical aspects of meditation and all. Like I've been mostly in touch with the work of Torquem Seredarian, who is my favorite teacher. And in Arizona, there is an institute called as TSD Foundation. I've been part of it. I've learned from them. And my favorite teachers are Omram Michael Abhinav and Torquem Seredarian. And yes, and I'm also a devotee of Hanumanji. So I like to promote Hanumanji, and because the energy is such that it's my personal experience that his energy can help a person disengage from the negative thought patterns. This is my personal experience. And Neem Karoli Baba. And I have developed some tools. I mean, I've invented certain devices which can spread Om vibration and which I have developed with the help of the masters. And so this is my journey in a very small, if I could put it in 5 minutes. And yeah, so now what I do basically is meditation. I teach meditation too, but also physics wise, science wise, how can we measure Om vibrations or spiritual vibrations, the tools which are required to measure them, and all those things. I'm working on them. And that is my profession right now. So I can identify negative energies, take photographs of them, and make them positive. So all this started through meditation, through spirituality, through disengaging my mind with my emotions and reprogramming my mind so that I can achieve my goals and have a peaceful life. So, all this, the credit goes to meditation, and it starts with being still. So, this is my small experience which I shared with you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sunil, for
Thank
inviting
you
me.
so much, Sai, for having your experience. That was wonderful to hear.